I still remember how it all started. It was 20 years ago when I joined college with my best friends. At this point, my life was still manageable. Even though it wasn't perfect, I was smoking cigarettes, drinking alcohol, and I had a tendency on missing my lessons. I always thought that I wouldn't go any higher than this, and things can't get any worse. Little did I know that drugs or an impact on your mental health don't knock on your door to be asked to be let into your life. And when they do come in without any notification, they do come in together as a team. When this is severe, you may be given what is known as a dual diagnosis, the support that my brother receives, where the drug service and the mental health team work hand in hand. So when drugs arrives into your life, your mental stability starts to decrease over time. Studies have shown this, and this has been demonstrated within my old social groups. Some of the time you don't even know what you're given or what's added to the drug that have just been sold to you. And many of us do feel that illegal drugs can increase your mental stability, but ask yourself the question that if you are mentally stable, then would you need a drug to enhance your stability mentally? It comes to a point where you need mood stabilizers, medication for mental health treatment, which is in fact isn't the cure, but a crucial and important treatment to stabilize your mind. And when your weak mentality arrives into your life, you find shelter under the illegal or legal drugs umbrella with a misconception that illicit drugs are helping or improving you mentally. When I mention drugs, this also includes the liquid form too, alcohol. That was me, because 2 years prior to this, I faced my dad's death. I was the weakest I've ever been. Access granted, shall I say. I didn't know. I genuinely didn't know that it affected me this bad. Well, yeah, I wasn't happy, and I couldn't accept my reality, but I could never have imagined what was yet to come. What did I learn? Well, I learned that I don't need to be alert when I'm strong. But when I'm weak, my flag should be raised, and I should be more alert and focused in terms of my surroundings and towards my feelings. If your mind isn't functioning the way you want it to, this just means at that time your mind is weak. So like I said, I genuinely didn't know. I wasn't that self-aware of my feelings and my thoughts. And when you're in a situation like me, where I was grieving with my dad's death, playing with fire wasn't a smart thing to do. So which days are you weak? Well, the greatest one is obvious, which is bereavement. But let's say you broke up with your partner. In both situations, that person, a son or a boyfriend, that was living inside you has deceased, which could have been your two self-identities. So we know we need time to heal, but what we do in this time is important. Your thinking, your thoughts, your actions, who you are around, the clarity in general is not always all there. And we can be more mindful of this. We can lose people we love. We can say or do things we would not normally say or do. This isn't always just emotional pain that I'm talking about. This can also include physical pain, like chronic pain, which can go on indefinitely. There were many times I was introduced to a higher drug, and I watched my friends many times handling it. But on the day, or the days in my case I was weak, was a new beginning of my destruction. And I carried on, and I thought I was okay. And I thought because they're doing it doesn't really mean I'd be doing it too. Well, the social influence theory proved to be correct in my case. Let me introduce you to the social influence theory. This theory suggests, wait, are you still with me? Yeah? Let's move on then. The theory suggests that our social group can influence our thoughts, feelings, and actions, and that we may start to imitate, as in copy, their behaviour over time. So basically this suggests that we were born with a built-in capacity to imitate others. And importantly, and when you're at a young age, you're in your learning years. We are learning from each other consistently. So be mindful of this, and be mindful what our younger generation is learning from us. If we murder as a police officer, or if we loot and break the law in any way, you might have the intention to get away with it, but your child might not get away. My father didn't survive imitating drinking and smoking, I understood that I might not survive either. So for my future generation, I stopped drinking and smoking and decided not to follow my father's footsteps for then my child to follow them too. This might sound very unpleasant to some, and forgive me for what I've said, but it's the truth. This might not be the case for everyone, but ask yourself the question, this might be the life for others, but is this the life for you? For the life you want for yourself, for your family, or for your future family to come? For those who are scientifically more advanced, we have a social mechanism built within us, which is crucial for our species. Furthermore, our mirror neurons, with one firing when we act, another is fired when we observe the same action performed by another person. So essentially, these neurons are mirroring the behavior of the other. And they have been found in areas of your brain, such as the somatosensory cortex and the motor and the premotor cortex, so they can be helpful in understanding imitation further. So it is important who your social group is, because this theory can be used to enhance yourself also. Enhance yourself because your external can change your internal. When I started my studies again after 15 years as a mature student, I decided to develop my social group around students. Even though they were 15 years younger than me, I knew I needed to think like a student and put my work into action like a student. Still, I had no student friends until I moved into student accommodation near the university. I found a great bunch of friends that were studying at the same time as me. This also included my wife and her sisters, who were either recent graduates or studying too. Whether we realize it or not, we become like the people we spend most time with. We start behaving like them, we start thinking like them, we start looking like them. We even make decisions based on what we think they would want us to do. So stick with the winners. When I understood this, I took full advantage of it. I began to place myself with people I wanted to learn from, because I understood my life and my world will start to lead onto that track. When I learned enough from one group, I went on to another group for my learning and for my behavior to change accordingly. It didn't matter how old they were, whether male or female, good or bad for their own selves. I learned what I needed to learn, and that was the most important thing for me. My mother always used to say that your friends are only there to use you. That was her definition of friendship, at least the view on my friends. She noticed I was a young vulnerable child. Maybe that got stuck into my head. Oh, so you use your friends. And I started using them for knowledge, but also helping them in return in anything I could give back, because again, it was only going to improve myself further. I know what you're thinking, and no, I didn't just use them. I think what she meant to say was, when you're together with your friends, you bounce off each other in a negative way. And in a situation like that, a breakup in friendship for a period of time is much needed. But did I take action? No, I didn't. Did I pay the consequences? Yes, I did. What you want to hear and see might not always be your choice, but what you then want to focus on is your choice. So what we hear and see does still funnel through our ears, eyes, and into our mind, even if we don't want it to. As Gandhi stated, see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. Because what we see and hear, we later go on to speak. We can get negatively enrolled, or by choosing the right group, we can be positively enrolled. The choice is yours, as there's two sides to every coin. See good, hear good, and speak good. So this means if you can bounce off each other negatively, then you are able to bounce off each other positively too, with the right people, of course. If you're enrolled with negative people, and if you feel this can be detrimental, as in causing harm to your future, then assess which groups you're in. Which groups should you be in? Initially you might find a void and you might find it hard, but think about the sweet rewards you may attain in the future, and it'll only be hard as you want it to be. See it as a membership you're paying for, where you're investing your mind, your time, and your life, when you could be joining a membership that impacts your life positively. So I would cancel that harmful membership, and if you feel to rejoin at a later stage, you're most welcome to. So cancel the direct debits with your bank, i.e. your mind, and take a break. Observe, analyze, and critique. Where are you better off? Which group would be beneficial for you in the long term? Wouldn't you usually assess this information before committing to any membership? Your group is your membership. Who are the winners? And who shall I stick next to influence me in the right way and change my today for a better tomorrow? So how do I find new friends? You start new things. So I rejoined college the year after, and the year after that as well, all by myself. But now I was stuck in a dry addict pattern. It was too late. No matter what I did, I couldn't stop thinking about drugs or have a clear mind. I never replaced my friends, never took a new membership, and I decided to go alone. Never work alone. Along this journey I did find new friends, but I was an addict by then and had nothing in common with them. So the friendship was bound to end. When you are the bad apple in your circle, it's going to end. That's how I felt anyway. Have patience and don't give up. Until then, my friends, thank you for watching this video, and please do comment below your thoughts on the video of the understanding that I'm presenting and on my unique perspective towards social norms. If this was useful or you enjoyed this video, please push that like button, and if you felt it was incorrect in any way, please push the dislike button. Comment further if you wish to. This means a lot to me, and it would help me to understand what I'm doing wrong or what I'm doing right. But my main priority is for these videos to reach to people that are like me, who I was, struggling and in need of some support in understanding myself more. If you're a parent and you want to understand your child further, or you're a key worker and you work front line with people with similar issues around drugs, mental health or crime, please push the subscribe button and the notification bell so you are made aware when I post my next video, because I have so much more to share. If this knowledge could be implemented in all group sessions from substance misuse, mental health and the criminal justice side, it can change the perspectives of individuals that seek help in recovery. And please do forward my channel to them for the extra and crucial support that I feel is missing in the support system due to resources. Hence I have made this channel. Also, do this if you want to enhance yourself and understand yourself and people around you better. Because we can't learn when it's time to perform. It's favourable in learning before we perform and face the challenge. Love, be safe and peace. Who you are around is who you will become in time.